Hi, it's Tanya with Red Cardinal Crafts, and today I'm actually going to start Project Life. I started playing around with it the other day, so I pulled out a few pictures, played around with it. So what I'm going to do is show you what I had come up with the other day, and then what I'll do is I will do a voiceover and sort of speed up the video a little bit in places while I embellish the page. So I have my page protector. This is style A with the Project Life, and it has the two 4x6s at the top, the two at the bottom, and then the four 3x2s going across the middle. So what I've done recently is we have a whole bunch of little mini photo albums, and back in the fall we were having a major hurricane, and I panicked about our photos. So what I did was I took each photo out of the little mini albums where I kept them, and I took photos of each of them with my camera, and then I just put the memory card into the computer. It was just a fast way to get the photos into the computer. I still have to go back and, you know, tweak some of the photos, edit them, crop them, stuff like that. But these are all the photos that came out of those mini albums. I probably could have left them in the albums until I go through Project Life, but like I said, we had a hurricane coming, and I wanted to kind of rescue the photos a little bit. And get them scanned into the computer. So where I'm starting with Project Life, some people have suggested to me that I just start with this year and do it. I'm not going to be doing Project Life in the traditional way. I'm not going to be doing a picture a day or week by week at this point. I'm actually going back to the year 2000. That's when we bought our first home. This was our first house, and that's when we had our oldest daughter, Bryn. So I'm going to start with 2000. Once I get caught up and I'm a little old lady sitting down somewhere in the future, I will go back to the 90s and get caught up that way. But for now, I'm going to start with the year 2000, and I think I'm just going to start and go chronologically. And whatever pictures I have for 2000, if it moves into, you know, 2 or 3 albums, so be it. If it fits in half of an album, there we go. I'm just going to start with the beginning of that year and kind of go from there. I don't have any physical albums yet to put my pages in. What I'm hoping to do is get some of the Project Life albums, and I just want to have black, like just straight up plain black. I don't want multicolored albums and all different kinds of albums. I talked to the kids about doing Project Life, and they kind of want their own album, but it's hard to have one child and then the other child comes along, and how do you separate them? So what I'm going to do is just do Project Life the way I want to do it. Eventually down the road I will make the kids albums and make them their own separate albums, and I think the way I'll do that is do like Snapfish albums, you know, like a digital version of an album, and you know, put their pictures in there. So right now, to not stress mommy out, I'm doing it my way. Alright, so the photos I picked, the sad thing is they're not the best photos. We didn't have a great camera back then. Baby photos of the kids are just awful. It was back before the internet. It was back before Pinterest. Didn't have great ideas for taking photos, and we had a terrible camera. We didn't get a good camera till 2008. So my pictures kind of suck up until then. But these are the pictures that when we moved into this house, it would have been, we would have moved in May of 2000, and I had Bryn in June of 2000. So here is a gorgeous picture of me sitting in our old apartment, pregnant as heck, sipping on a Burger King shake. That's life. There you go. And these are our moving boxes, and here's Scott holding the very last box. We were due to move the next day. So it says May 5th. Scott was 20, we were 29, I wasn't even 29 yet. I was 28, 8 months pregnant. It was our last night at 335 Charlotte Street, apartment 3. It was an old house in Fredericton, New Brunswick. So these are the pictures that I picked because this was what was going on in our life at that point. So I started playing with some of my cards, and when I was away at Christmas, I found some of these pastel cards. Please forgive me. Everyone that does Project Life knows where their cards come from. I have no idea. They might be We Are Memory Keepers. I can't even tell you. So I started playing with some of these cards, and they just seemed really pastel, like too light to go with the colors in the pictures. And like I said, they're not the best pictures. So then I started playing with a pack that my sister gave me. And I loved the boldness of the colors. So I started laying them out, and I'll just show you how I had these down here. And then this, actually I had this over here, and then Scott over here. And because it was so much space, I was going to trim part of this photo and then put this, and just as a snapshot of my life, never a dull moment. And then I think I was doing something like this and like that. And I was just completely excited and amazed that from 3 basic pictures, I think it's turning out to be a really cool layout. So that just says real life. There's a place for notes. So I was just going to write a little bit about when we first found the house. This shot here, of course it was no grass, was in April of that year. And you can see in Canada, it's still possible to have some snow on the ground in April. And then these pictures were the following month. But this was, we used to draw, we were so excited. We found the house on February 6th. And it was the first day that I felt Bryn, oh, here's Scott. Just walking in the door. It was the first day I felt Bryn kick when I was pregnant, and we were standing in the entrance of that house when that happened. So I was like, yep, that's going to be our house. And so it was February, and we would just drive by the house all the time. We weren't due to move into it until May, so we would just drive by all the time and take pictures of the house. So this is my page at this point, and what I'm going to do now is just go off of live camera here, and I'm going to do a voiceover and bring out some embellishments and see what else I can do with this page. So I'll be back. So what I'm doing here is I'm just fitting the photos and the cards and stuff into the little slots just so they stay still while I'm trying to think and embellish. So there we go. I'm just getting out my wine crate that holds my cards. I had to switch up my wine crates, and I had to put all the little cards in this one and my washi tape at the end of this one, and my other crate carries my 4x6 cards. So I'm just playing with the washi tape, just seeing if I might use some of it. And I have these embellishments that I got in a recent haul here in Bermuda, and this one here has this little saying about home. So I think I might use that, or there's another one that has a little shape of a house, but it talks about comfort. So I'm considering that one as well. So I'm actually just going to cut the 2 of those out. And then I have these little sticker tags that I might use somewhere on the page as well, and the washi tape. And the washi tape's kind of cute because it's a little measuring tape. And at the time we were measuring things to go with the house, and we were measuring my belly. So I just think it would be something kind of cute to add to the page. So I just cut those things out, and I'm just going to take them over to my trimmer in a minute. But this photo needs to be trimmed down the side there, so I'm going to do that first, actually. So I've trimmed the photo, and I'm going to put that back in the slot with this card for now. I just didn't want to cover up this part, that little shelf there. We've had that, Scott's had that since he was a kid. It's actually now in our laundry room. We've had that shelf forever. So I've gone away and I did all my journaling on the cards there. And here comes the picture of Scott again and the life card. But what I'm thinking now is I'm going to switch it out for this journaling card because it actually talks about those 2 pictures. And that was in May, our last night in the house. So, but now it just seems like too many words up on that center section. So I need something for that last little spot. So for now, I'm just going to put these cards in here. And I just want something to kind of hold those in place, maybe like a little paper clip or something. And I need paper to go around the home thing, maybe something dark that matches that life card up there. I'm still struggling to find a spot for that measuring tape. That's actually not the washi tape. That I ended up finding a piece of paper that had that as well, which was good because washi tape I would have been sticking and unsticking it all over the place. So still need something for there. So I'm going to go through
my cards and trying to find something else that can go in that spot, just something with a pattern on it, because I have enough words going on with the page. So I pick a couple of, I like that one, but it has the tag going the wrong way, so that's just not going to happen. And this one, way too busy. So I'm going to keep looking. I like this one. It's kind of cute. It's simple. I do like it, but I end up going for this polka dot. I just think the color in it picks up the orange and the life. And in that first journaling card that says notes on the far left, it has the same pattern, just in a smaller version. Now, of course, I'm moving everything around all over the place, trying to make decisions. And when I think I've made a decision, I put it in there. So there, I still just need something, some kind of paper clip or something to hold that in. So I find this in my new haul that I got, and they have these tiny little round paper clip things. So I wish I had one that was in the shape of a house, but this is the one I have for now. And the good thing is I can always switch it. I end up moving that around so much. Look, it's not even holding the tag anymore. So I'm still playing around with that home, and I want a background paper, but this is just way too dark and way too busy, so I scrap that pretty quick. Then I go through some other colors. That one's okay, so I end up trimming that out just to try, but still not really happy with it. So I just keep moving it all over the place. That crazy measuring tape, I think I'm getting to the point where I realize it just needs to go, and this is when I make that executive decision, I think. I give it one more shot, I move it around a couple different places. I'm determined to use that, and I think that's the problem. I just got stuck on that, and I finally gave up. So there we go, that's when I tossed it. Now, I don't like this because I don't like the patterns too close together, and I don't like the words too close together, so I'm still kind of moving things around. What I finally decided with that home thing is I just need a different color paper. So in comes the mintier green, which kind of picks up the words, the banner under the word notes there, and the circle up top. So I'm much happier with that. Again, now it's over on the orange thing. Then I find some stars, and I think that's kind of cute. Not that there's really any white in the picture. There's more cream, but I think it just lightens things up a little bit. So I settle on that shape, and I think it's finally time for me to glue things down and make some decisions. And the great thing about Project Life is you can come back, you can always, if you look at it a couple days from now, you can just come back and switch out, you know, whatever's in those little individual pockets. But I'm happy with it, and I like it. So there you go, my very first Project Life page. Thanks for watching. See ya.